All right, guys, I'm here with my main man, Jenish from Studio PTBO, and he's got a mug to prove it, so you can't deny that fact. And we're going to be talking about his experience in working with us. And he does sales for the company. And I'll kind of give you the opportunity, just give me a little background of what you do for Studio PTBO.
I'm a business developer, so I make a lot of the calls. We have two appointment setters in the company. So when the leads come in, they set up an appointment, and I basically show up and call people on my calendar, and basically tell them about us, ask them about them, and come up with a solution that would work for them. And then that's basically my job.
Awesome. Yeah. So we work closely with you and one of the co-founders, Cody May. And like, I wanted to bring you on and get your perspective because you've been in our program and our course and showing up and just crushing it every week. So like, before you started working with us, like what were you doing to like kind of get sales? Like what was the consistency like? And like, how did you feel about sales prior to us?
Like it was choppy sometimes. I don't know what you guys did with Cody, but my calendar's booked and it's good quality leads. It's they we've been able to kind of make it fine tune the front end of it somehow, that I'm showing up and consistently my leads, the people I'm talking to, are really good quality leads. Whereas before, I would show up and you never knew like if it's going to be a good lead or somebody that doesn't match what we do, or somebody that isn't really driven. Like now, every time I pick up the phone and call the lead that's a booked appointment on my calendar, it's someone good, someone solid, it's someone I could close today.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Getting those warm opportunities. Yeah. So the foundations we put in place was just coming up with the right ad strategy, the offer creation, and then we helped supply a VA team so you can book appointments so you get warmer leads so you can make the company a ton more money. Um,
Yeah, we're crushing it.
yeah. So like what's been your experience like learning sales from us and being in the program like hands-on with us?
it's great. I mean, I take notes from our calls, and I basically go back and read it like it's a sales book, right? I just go back. It's my Bible. I just go back and kind of refresh my mind about. I literally took a bunch of notes from our one-to-one calls and from our just every week calls, and I just take a picture of it and upload it as a PDF in my Google Drive, and I go back and I basically read it, and just keeps my mind fresh on what's important, what I need to do to get the my questions answered. What questions I need to ask, what are the really important questions. Like, for example, you told me like these are the things that if you don't find out what those are, you're basically not going to close the sale, because it's important, right? So it's been great. I could go for an hour telling everyone all the stuff that you told me, but it's been really, really good to get there, get my mindset right, and to really understand like what I need, what my job is, and how I need to show up to these calls.
Yeah. So I mean, what's it done for your sales? What's been the direct impact?
Oh man, we're launching 7 or 8 accounts in January. So we literally have to push people to February because these are huge freaking accounts. And we closed a bunch of good clients. It's just been great.
That's awesome, man. So like what's been like your favorite part so far working with us?
Being able to ask, I'm on different kind of masterminds too, but they all specialize in one part of the sales process or one part of the marketing. You guys seem to know everything to know about this business, so it doesn't matter if I asked you marketing question, mindset question, how do I become like more confident. Like you just have all the question like answers for my questions. And I know that if I show up to your call and I have a question, you're just gonna have the answers for it.
I love it, man. Well, congratulations to you for just fucking crushing it, taking massive action. I mean, I remember on our last week's call, like you had like you couldn't remember how many sales you made. He had like a $7,000 a month sale, some 2,500, some three
Yeah.
grands. So I mean, like what's this been like since we started working together? How's it impacted like your personal income? Has that skyrocketed too?
Yeah, I mean, I could just not work for 6 months and I would be fine, because money would be still trickling in. it's great. It's a great feeling.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Like, what type of advice or suggestions would you give to somebody that was in your position when you started with us?
I mean, don't give up. Like in the beginning when I wasn't selling much, like there were thoughts like I should probably just get a job. But this rewards are amazing because once you understand what the sale process is and what your job is basically, and just understand how you need to, as you guys say, like you have to ask deeper questions in order to be able to close any sale. Like you have to be not afraid to ask the tough questions, and it's just a skill. If you keep clinging on to you, Raul, and Cody, you can learn. You can learn. All it takes is practice and following the steps of the sales process, and then sales will come and money will come.
Yeah, amen to that, man. Practice makes better. And once you get better, you can get into a level of mastery and you can be in a position like you to take 6 months off. I love it, man.
I mean, like it's great. I love it. I love this
Yeah.
job.
Now, like, what's it done for you, like mentally, personally, to like now that your sales bottlenecks are solved, like you're coming in more confident, right? Like, tell me a little bit about like how it feels to have this problem solved.
Yeah, like I come from a place of authority now, right? Like I come from a place of abundance. So if somebody says, "Oh, you're just here to scam me out of my money," I'm like, "Hey, you don't have to buy from me. You can go get somebody else to do it for like $200, and they're gonna probably just waste your time and money." Like and it helped me be more confident in my abilities because I am a ninja now, for example, for sure. And it's showing up confident to a sales call, like always helps you look better than the rest, right? Like you look more professional, you look like you know what you're talking about. Now I know what I'm talking about.
That's
and
awesome.
uh and it that way, like even our prices are 2, 3, 4, 5 times more than the other guys' prices. But I show up and I just tell them how it is. I ask them tough questions. I am coming from a place of authority. I'm coming from a place of confidence. I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in the abilities of my team. And it shows, right? I'm not asking them for their money. I say, like, hey, if you want to partner with me, this is your investment and we're going to get you these results. If you don't want to do it, you're more than welcome to not just like show up to the third call. It's fine. We have like pipeline full of business. We have so much money coming in that we don't need you. You need me. So if you want to succeed, call me up.
Yeah, I love that, man. Like it's so nice to see like going from like basically not being able to close the smaller contracts to now just having these massive contracts and in demand and having a freaking waiting list to work with you. So I mean that's
Absolutely. Yeah.
powerful.
Once you close a contract, like, $10,000 a month, 3,500 ad spend, like everything else seems small.
Hmm.
So like even the smaller guys, like if they are just him and I'm like, hey, you don't have to do it. Like,
No, definitely. Now, like, isn't it just as I don't want to use the word simple, but for lack of a better word, simple to close a 10K as it is $1,000 a month?
it was cheaper to close the 10K than the $1,000.
Yeah. So I mean, it's magical once you kind of gain the momentum, the confidence, put the reps in, the practice, show up like you do every single week and get that one-to-one help and ask the questions and role play and all that stuff. Because like small tweaks just open up massive doors for people. And man, I'm amazed to see you every single week, just constantly coming in, just casually dropping in there. Closed like 15 grand this week, 20 grand this week. It's
It's
pretty amazing.
yeah, it's become something that it's a must. It just happens if I just close sales. It's just become like it's a habit. Whereas like I go to groups of salespeople and they're struggling to close. Like I haven't closed any sales in weeks or whatever. It's not a case for me. I show up and I usually have a sale closed.
That's amazing. I love the attitude, man. Well, congratulations on all your success and so much more to come, man. Now, last question, like what would you say to somebody who's on the fence or thinking about working with us?
Do it. Do it for sure. 100%. It's going to be the best investment out there. Like, they're going to teach you everything to know about sales, marketing, all of it, because they know every single aspect of this business. I am in different masterminds, and most of those Zoom calls I just exit out because they're not at the same level. It's you guys carry a huge punch, and you can really, really change the future of these new agencies that, they just need to hire you.
I love it, man. Hey, thanks for taking some time out today. I can't wait to see you on the next call.
Sounds good, man. Thank
All right,
you.
brother.